Which camera is the main? This one? Okay. Oh no.
Don't worry about it.
Phone's
We're
already
live
ringing.
right now.
You're good to go.
We're live.
Ew. Is my mic on?
Yes.
It doesn't have a light. I mean a number.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. What's up, you guys? Vinyl Vixen, Slim Shetty.
What's up?
Here at Rap Sesh. We are a mom and pop luxury rap shop located in Mesa, Arizona. We like to do a lot of really fun, crazy cars, really custom projects. Right now we are in our print room doing some prints, and we just started our Twitch platform to get a better connection with our followers.
Yeah.
A lot of our followers are other installers and shops.
Yeah, it's hard for us to do, like, everyone's kind of wanting us to do more training stuff, and it's
Yeah,
It's
we
hard
do
to
a lot
do.
of tutorials
Yeah.
and stuff, like with our YouTube channel. You guys can check us out there at www.youtube.com/rapsesh. But people always want us to do training and stuff, and right now it's really hard for us to do that. Like, we are literally the co-owners and the installers at our shop, so it's kind of hard to do extra things right now.
extra things.
But this is a really cool way for you guys to live stream with us, so you can get a live time rap session while we're working on something, and it's going to be the most in-depth tutorial that we can give you guys.
Yes.
And the good news is you can watch it after it goes live too. You just have to follow our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/rapsesh. Thank you guys for being here today. Without further ado, we are going to get started on this motorcycle tank. We are going to do a full gloss black color change. And then we are adding this reflective printed graphic. Are both cameras on?
Yeah,
Yes.
Right here, yeah.
Okay. So you guys can see right here, this is a reflective kind of fireball. What kind of bike is this going on?
You didn't tell me.
A Kawasaki.
Oh, it's right here. It's the Kawasaki.
But what size do you think?
I think it's a 1000, yeah.
Okay. So this guy has a really cool bike, and it's got like orange lights on it, and it looks super like lit basically. So we're gonna wrap it in gloss.
Literally, it's lit.
It is. He's got orange lights all over it. So we're gonna wrap this in gloss black, and then we're gonna put these reflective flame decals up the side right here just for a little accent. And then I believe we're also going to do a clear bra piece right here, just for some added protection, so when he's leaning up on here, it's not gonna get scratched. And then we're gonna do a full ceramic coating over the whole thing. Specifically today for this stream, we're gonna spend about an hour and a half, and we're gonna try to wrap the whole piece just in the gloss black.
Yeah, we probably won't have time for the fireball.
No, I have to reprint these because
Our plotter went retarded and just like,
well, it's
cut.
probably my fault, but you know, user error. I was getting the depth set right and everything, and then I didn't reset it, so it just like literally cut a straight line through my flame. So I have to
It's
reprint
great.
this.
Yeah.
But if you want to know, this is on the Arlon Illuminite Reflective. So this material basically has like fragments of like mirror or glass in it. So when light hits this, like a flash photography or a headlight or anything like that, it's going to actually reflect light back. Really cool effect. We love using this stuff. So I am going to reprint that, but I just wanted you to see what that looked like. The whole thing, what we're doing today is we're basically going to attempt to do a one-piece wrap on this entire tank in gloss black, and there's a few reasons why we can do that. I'm going to get to that. Keep in mind, this is the way that we like to do things. Every project is totally different. We don't do all tanks in one piece. Really depends on the body line.
Well,
it
half
depends
the
on
time,
the material.
we don't even have them off like this.
No,
They're usually
the
full of
customer
gas.
only
Yeah.
brought this in,
Yeah.
so we don't even have the bike. We're only wrapping this piece.
But normally, on a bike, you can usually prop up the front of the tank because it's usually hinged by the seat on most bikes. It's either hinged by the seat or in the front, and so you can usually lift one side of the tank up. That way you can get under it and, you know, throw your life just down. So you usually don't need to take the tank off. Take the tank off. But it definitely makes things easier.
Yes. So we just have the tank here. We are going to do this in one piece because of how this is set up. I think we can pull it off. We're going to be using the Avery Dennison SW900 gloss black vinyl. Really easy low tack film to work with. I actually wanted to demonstrate this in cheetah wrap film because I love using cheetah wrap for motorcycles. You can stretch it like crazy and it's super low tack and it's really great to work with and it holds really well if you know how to use it.
It's great for stuff like this for sure.
Yes, but unfortunately I thought that that's what this was until I unrolled it and it's Avery. So Avery's fine too though. It's one of my top choices.
Avery's a great material.
I really like it. Pretty much what you're going to see right now, we've already prepped this, so we've cleaned it in like alcohol, isopropyl, and a water mixture. There is one big dent on this right side over here.
There is a big dent. Here, I'll show you.
It's pretty gnarly.
Big dent right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it literally, I mean, it's one of those dents that aren't coming out, so he was like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just go over
he
it.
didn't want to do anything with it, so you probably have to replace the whole tank.
Yeah,
like,
you have
that's
to get a
like
new tank.
smashed. But it's not
But it's not pierced.
open
It's still good. So he wants to run with it.
That's what he wanted to do, and then all these decals already on here, they're clear
Yeah,
coated
these are painted.
over. Yeah, so.
Can't do much about that. So it'll literally, these are
It'll be
kind of raised, so it'll look like, it'll still look cool. Yeah, you'll see Kawasaki there. So yeah.
So, yeah. All these little black squares, you're gonna see how many? 3? 3 or 4?
What? There's 3.
3. Okay, so there's 3 holes that we are covering with vinyl scraps right here at the top of the gas tank, and there's 2 underneath. Why are we doing that?
For safety reasons, just because it's a gas tank, and I don't want, obviously you want to seal up everything when you're using heat and stuff like that around here. I'm not going to use a torch on it, just...
Well, we have our torches.
We have our... but I'm going to use the heat gun.
Well, we're going to try to use our heat gun.
So, yeah, I wouldn't use a torch around a tank anyways, no matter what, just because obviously the probability of it catching. But the thing about an empty tank is it's the fumes that actually ignite, not the liquid. So it's almost safer to have a full tank of gas when you're doing something like this. Yes. But this tank has been empty for a long period of time, and it has no fumes in it whatsoever. I was like smelling it. There's like it literally does. I was, yeah. There was nothing. I can't smell anything. So I'm pretty confident that this tank is,
okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
We've done this a couple times.
Yeah, it's been a few times. But...
And if we make an explosion, it'll be for great TV, right?
Yeah. No, there will be no explosions today. But we will. This tank will be black.
So I think you just need to lay knifeless down.
Yeah, so let me lay down some knifeless.
Michael's going to be using knifeless tape on the bottom edge.
Flip this over again.
That's how we're going to create our cuts. So we're not even putting our blade on this paint. Like, it's literally a tape with a string in it. It's called 3M Knifeless Tape Design Line. And you lay it down, and then once you wrap the vinyl over it, you pull the string out, and that's what's actually cutting the vinyl. Are we okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Can you guys see the table?
Just be yourself.
Can you see the table
You
at all?
know what you're here to do.
You see that it's awesome?
Probably
you
not.
can't see the table,
Dang it.
unfortunately.
It's okay. We got a new table set. We didn't get a new table.
No,
but
it's
we
just...
wrapped our table.
We wrapped our
got
table.
a new clear cutting mat from Yellow Tools. It's super bomb. We'll have to show you guys on our Instagram later. Make sure you follow us at Vinyl Vixen Wraps and WrapStepsAZ, Facebook and Instagram, and then our YouTube channel as well, which is called WrapSteps. We do a lot of really cool projects, a lot of motorcycles, custom things, female-ridden projects. We do wrap adventures, live demos, shows, really fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. We're all good vibes and high fives here, I think. As long as we're fed.
High five! Alright.
So Michael's laying the knifeless. I want to show you guys our fancy heat gun that we just got from WrapsCon. This is a creation from Fusion Tools. They are our favorite guys for PPF tools. They make PPF, install, and tint tools.
Yeah, I've been doing PPF all day.
Yes, you have on a Hellcat.
Yep.
Red Eye.
Red Eye.
Hey.
Are you Red Eye?
I'm Red Eye. Sometimes. I don't know. Am I?
No.
So this is our new heat gun from them. It just came out on the market. It's called the Max Flux heat gun. It is super heavy duty. You can use this for clear bright post heating. You can use this for vinyl, install, and post heating. And then they also use this for tint. It's super high powered. There are 2 settings down here on the bottom. And then is this a fan? right here. And then there's like a fan right here, and you can open it so it has air to lower the temperature, or you can close it so it has a hotter temp. Why are you so tall?
I'm working, Cheryl.
I'm trying to plug my awesome gun in. Jeez. So super cool. The orange tape on here is Fusion Tools silicone afterburn tape, which is also one of my favorite products from them. You're gonna see on our torches here, we also have the tape. It's a self-adhering silicone tape, and basically it prevents you from burning yourself. So usually the tip of this torch is stupid hot. It's really easy to burn yourself. Same for this. This whole area is very, very hot. So the heat gun actually comes with half a roll of the silicone tape already on it. And then they also give you the rest of the roll, which is super cool.
Yeah.
And I think these are around like $175 at fusiontintools.com. Super bomb. Shout out to Nick and Jordan. You guys are awesome.
It's a really nice heat gun. It's super
It's
powerful.
bomb. Like it compared to our other ones. I mean, granted, we have like Harbor Freight Bauer ones, like $30 ones. This is like, it's got blow power for sure. I don't know if that's
power.
appropriate to say, but it does.
You already said it.
I said it. Can you see this print over here? At all?
No, that's
No.
kind of blocking
Dang
away
it.
everything, unfortunately.
Can you
Alright.
send that guy a picture of that, Mimi? That thing is bitchin'. Shane on Facebook. Chat.
Okay. Let me lay a little more knifeless here on the top. Just right around the seat.
Where's my puppy? Oh, he's sleeping. The puppy's sleeping under the table right now. Just a little update. He's like 13 weeks now, and I think he just hit 50 pounds, which is insane. Today he's going to get more of his vaccination, so I will have to check out about 4:15, 4:20. But we should have it done by then. I think we got about an hour.
Yeah, you can't just leave. You did that last time.
It's not my fault.
Well, don't schedule things.
When else am I supposed to do it? Somebody's got to do it. So we're gonna lay knifeless down around the seat area. This whole thing's gonna be covered by the seat, so we don't have to get into here. And this is pretty much the reason why we can wrap this all in one piece.
Yeah, we're gonna like pretty much cut this straight out.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
cut this out, and once Michael's big head is out of the way.
I gotta do it. I'm sorry. Okay. Turn that back.
Perfect.
All right.
Can you like show that?
Yeah, it's just a square.
It's not a square at all.
It's just
Not a square.
pretty much.
Vastly different.
Pretty much.
All right.
So the way we're gonna pull this is we're gonna pull long ways like this with heat, and we're gonna pre-stretch this and hit this whole face first. And then we're basically gonna cut down right here to relief cut it, and then we're gonna pull one side at a time and just try to hit this as best as we can in one hit.
Well, we're gonna use our glove here.
Oh, I need my gloving.
So we're gonna. You want to stretch it out this way, because when you do that, you're gonna create, the tension to want to pretty much, hug the sides here. So that's what we're trying to get when we're gonna do our pre-stretch.
My glove is dirty.
Oh my gosh!
Memes, can you grab me Curvaceous's Curvaceous?
No,
the
you
Curvaceous
can't use
glove?
that.
No, I just want to show it.
Oh,
I'm not gonna take.
you
them
really
out of
need
the
to go get.
package.
Did you watch this?
No, obviously not, because it's dirty.
You need.
Duh. Well, they're different brands. You can't count
Yeah,
that.
but they're both white.
Whatever, man. Look,
Clean your glove.
I got a print glove right here.
Here you go.
Okay, I just want to shout my girl Curvaceous out really quick. This is her brand Your Hands custom glove design. They did like a limited run of these. I'm not gonna open it, so I can't show you. But one is like this temptress girl with like squid tentacles or something nutty, and then the other one actually has a skull on it.
Mhm.
Where is that? Do you have the skull sticker?
Nope.
Anyways,
It's cool.
Curvaceous Wraps. Look her up on Instagram. She is my slay babe bestie in the wrap world. She does killer designs. Really cool illustrative stuff. Congrats on your gloves, Christina. But I'm not going to use them. They're collectibles.
Collectibles.
Okay, we're ready.
Oh wait, one more spot.
Oh no.
I just gotta throw it. I'm gonna throw it up here because this looks like don't really need to do
Oh,
all
yeah, we
that.
don't really need to get into that.
So we will.
Yeah, I could show those too. These are special edition too. These are also from. This is from Pain is Dead Pro Glove. This was their RapsCon.
Olympics.
RapsCon edition for 2019. They always come out with like a different set. My favorite set is the skeleton hands, but these are really cool camo ones. Unfortunately, none of these fit me. They're all like the large size, but I think they're gonna start doing the small size that you can print on. Cross your fingers.
Okay.
Are
so
you
that,
ready?
ready?
Fred,
Shred.
go.
All right.
Alright, so we're gonna pull this whole piece. It's probably gonna get really crazy because we're pretty close to the camera, and the piece is probably a 60-inch by 36. It's about a yard to pull this whole tank, so you might kind of have a weird view at first, but we'll do the best we can. You spray my butt.
Well, don't put your butt there.
I'm trying to get up here. Oh, I wish you guys could see my table right now. It's so cool. I did a custom print on it, and then it's got the clear cutting mat. It's like this 3D chick. Super dope. That was a special from Glarbin.
Glarbins?
Glarb Designs over in Florida. We actually had this originally on a car rendering, and we didn't end up using it, but I just couldn't let it go to waste. So, it looks pretty awesome.
Doing a quick wipe, get all the dust off of it and fingerprints.
Your fingerprint.
Exactly. I've been touching it.
Don't be so touchy.
Oh, I can't put that there. Is that in the way? Alright. It's probably in the way there. Alright, so we're not gonna use any poles, right?
Sometimes we do motorcycle tanks with our wrap stick poles, which are just like aluminum poles that we'll use. The reason why we do that is because when you pull with your hands, you create 4 tension points in the corner, and it's kind of hard to pre-stretch really big panels like this. So sometimes we'll use our wrap poles, and that'll create an even stretch. I tell you, it's loud.
Just trying to get my knifeless down so it doesn't come back up on us real quick. Do you ever have a problem with knifeless like coming up because you have a hard turn? If you take your fingernail and you just go right along the inside of the string, it'll actually prevent the string from separating inside of the tape, because sometimes it will. And that kind of ruins everything. So you don't want that to happen. So,
Hopefully. Can I actually get on that side?
sure.
Are you sure you don't want to use a stick?
No.
Okay.
I want it to hug.
It's gonna hug.
Alright.
Let's do that.
You are not, you can't be there. You need to,
I can't reach it from this far
well,
away.
you're gonna stretch, so.
How about here? Ah! I lost my mic!
Oh my gosh.
I got it! It's by the cord!
Good thing it's screwed in.
Wait, let me see your.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay.
Now I understand why everything's been so loud.
Am
Not-
I
not-
loud?
No, but before.
Oh.
No, you guys are right where you need to be.
Okay.
Alright, let me get my glove on.
I'm sitting on so many things.
Yeah, because I had all my things right there.
You told me!
I didn't tell you anything.
Something is happening.
Oh no.
I don't know what.
What's happening?
I don't know. You tell me what's happening.
All right, so this is a pretty big piece, so I hope that you're not gonna have to move.
Fine.
All right,
Fine, Michael.
it's pretty big. You're gonna have. I mean, it's gonna be hard to hold it. So.
It's hard to hold it no matter what. It's a big
All right,
piece.
so we're gonna have to heat this once we pull off the backing.
Let's flip it the other way. And
I
then we'll
gotta-
do it like this. Heat it from here and then set it. That's a big piece.
Where's the heat gun?
It's here.
No.
Use your hands. Oh, I love the way Avery smells.
Definitely has a unique smell to it. So we're just gonna heat this whole panel. Luckily this heat gun's pretty powerful, or else we'd probably be using 2.
Yeah. It's got blow power. I tell you these things.
Probably could still... Might still need 2. Got the torch right there? There you go. Yeah, it's cooling down by the time I get to that side. There you go. Alright, that's probably good.
1, 2, 3.
Alright. And we're gonna stretch it. So stretch, pull really hard against me, as hard as you can.
As hard as I can.
Okay, now we'll go down. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna tack this over
Oh,
here on
yeah.
the table. You be quiet.
I like it. Now you're asking me. Now you're asking me to mask my emotions, and that I simply will not do.
Okay, so if you can hear me over Jess, we got this hole pretty much already laid down on the front here, and then so this spot right here, how it's it's all wrinkly still, it hasn't even
Wrinkly.
touched. We're gonna have a problem.
Maybe.
You want me to blow dry your hair?
No.
Oh, this is not what that is? Looks like one. Alright. So, what we need to do now is pretty much heat this entire center area. And we're gonna pretty much hit this right in the middle. As well as go down the side. So
Unpacking.
no, don't go past that.
Okay. You said what? You're gonna hit it down?
Were you listening?
No, I said I was tacking.
Alright. So I'm gonna just cut all this off because we don't need it. And I don't need it to be tacked anymore. So see, this is almost short, so that'll stretch down.
Not once you go
this,
down,
yeah, once we
yeah.
get down on
So
that.
you need to cut this from like here.
Yeah.
And then we need to hit this down.
A lot of the times when you're doing stuff like this, like even if you have a plan, most of the time the plan changes.
Well, you don't always know
You don't always
exactly.
know.
Like this is complex. There
Yeah.
are multiple stretches that we're doing here to get this down.
So let's probably just heat this in right now. That way it
You gotta
has.
pull it off of these things. So.
No, without that way it kind of just stretches in. So grab the heat gun and that way we can actually get that stretch out of it.
That's hot.
It's supposed to be.
Too hot. Okay.
Don't heat up here. Just here.
Okay, wash your face. Tell me when.
It's not hot at all.
It was.
You have to turn it all the way up.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Hold that out. More heat. Okay.
Oh, gloving.
And now pull the side down.
Whoa.
Like that. Okay. Can't let this bunch up like that.
That's your side. I think you need to get it down to here and then cut it more so you could pull it all down.
Oh my gosh.
So loud. Oh, I forgot the dent over here.
Alright, so we're gonna cut it. Alright, so by cutting that, we can now pretty much kind of relieve the pressure there, and we can kind of stretch this straight down. This side's really fighting us too because of this dent right here.
Yeah.
So we got to get that dent really in there actually first because it's...
I need a...
to not bunch this up.
This one. You see that?
You could probably just use a squeegee on that.
Don't kill my vibe. It's the finger. Keep in mind, we're also putting a flame graphic right here, so if we need to do a fuse seam somewhere, we could work it in there.
Yeah, we're fine. We just have to get that dent out.
It's a pretty sharp dent. Okay. Now what? Down. Crazy.
Yeah, I need to get my glove. Can you just hold that out after you're done heating? Kind of pick it up and hold it out.
Well, once we get to that side, you'll see the whole thing all over again.
Sorry, there's a King 101 Ace is asking about the fingers. What tool are you using? She called it finger.
Hold on. I'll get to that.
this sponge off. Okay, let's just pull this down right here. Heat this. Leave it right there. Okay.
There you go. Sorry guys, we're just like in the zone right now. Trying to make this work. This is an intense stretch. Like, you probably could have done this in 3 or 4 pieces and it'd still be pretty tough to do. Hizzle?
Right there.
So that pen, the finger, whoever was asking, sorry. Oh, there you go. Finger! You guys just like getting a side shot into my shirt. So this is from OXO, OXO. It's actually like a dish cleaning tool. So it's got a little brush on one side and then it's got this little gel tip on the other side. We use these for like rivets, what else? Dents, hinges, like all sorts of things that you can't really push your finger into, but you need like a sharp corner in there. This works really great. There's also
90-degree corners.
Another one. This one's cool too. This is also from OXO. It has a brush on this side.
There's all kinds of different ones.
A nice little Philly brush. And then it's got another gel tip, but it's got a sharper edge. Pretty cool. We just get these on Amazon. These are like a couple of bucks. Super cool. Nice! I can't believe that worked. Can I move this and show?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So there you see 1/2 of a tank, all done in one piece. The only reason we can do stuff like this is, one, this material is really workable and you can stretch it a lot without making crazy lines in it. Avery is very user-friendly. And 2, we are going to secure the heck out of all the edges. If you were going to try to surface wrap this tank, it probably wouldn't last very long because it's so complex. Once we get around the edge, about a 1/2 inch, we're going to lam strip everything with a laminate tape, and that's really going to hold everything down. And none of the edges are going to be exposed to the elements or outside where you're going to see them if they fail. That's kind of the idea we're going for. Okay. That was impressive.
Keep forgetting to bring my chesty rig.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Put that on the list for next week.
Let's switch this around.
My food can.
Could we turn it? Could you turn it this way so then a camera could see it while you're pulling it? You did, yeah, that way. And then put the box. Did that work?
I need it like at least like here.
Right there. Okay. Your fat head's in the way.
Oh my gosh,
Todd's gonna be in the video.
Oh.
It's gonna be a camera on a camera, man.
I thought about doing that over there, but then I ended up.
Well, Mike is still in the way, so.
You gotta go on the side. Go right here.
You can't see it.
That's,
It's too far towards you. That's
I
better.
gotta redo this.
Yeah, you
string.
should be able to see most of them right there.
All the tape came off.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Well, not usually. But it does sometimes. It probably got ripped off with the vinyl somehow. Sometimes if you don't have your string all the way down, it can, if your vinyl just touches it, it'll pull it right up. So, see if we can't get this back down. Where it's supposed to go.
What's in that box? What's in that box?
Box.
That box.
I don't know.
Where'd you get it from?
The back?
You don't know what's in it?
No, I just grabbed it. I needed a box.
Aren't you curious?
I think it has pamphlets in it. It's heavy.
Oh. Are you done yet?
Do I look done?
No. That's the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So from this corner here, just want to get it like right on that body line is where you want to start pulling from. Because that way, if you ever do get some type of adhesive line, it's on a body line, like, and it doesn't look too, out of place. Because it does happen. Most of them settle though. Once you're done installing, a lot of the stuff, settles down. But
Okay. You gotta just tell me when you want me to stop
okay, you
and
heat.
where to pull.
and
I'll follow you.
All right.
So you have to speak words.
Same thing.
Hold on, let me see something.
Not telepathically. See, that's what we usually do, is just swat each other's hand away.
I guess that would.
Yeah.
I do it to you more often, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's try to get this main part down here. We'll get this hard stretch. I'll lift this back up, kind of give it some slack, and then we'll pull
Okay,
it out
have a
this
nice
way.
time.
All right. So,
Okay, bye-bye now. Ow, that's hot.
okay. Okay. So pull that way.
Oh no. God, can you hold the tank?
Okay.
There, thank you.
I'm good, I got it.
Okay, I just needed that. Hit that with your glove.
I did something.
Straight down to me. Straight to me.
To me.
Okay. Okay, now pop that back up. Reheat it. Or actually, might not even need to. Honestly, when you're having to pop things back up like this, you want to reheat things as little as possible.
As less as possible, guys.
Because
That's how you make lines.
that's how you make lines. Because then it's what it's doing is every time you heat this, it's shrinking back, and it's creating a bunch of adhesive every time. So it's sometimes, once you have heated it and you're stretching, you kind of don't want to reheat it while you're in the middle of a
Okay.
stretch.
Now trade me sides, and you lay that part down, and I'll pull back.
Okay, so we're good here. Pull that up. And now we're going to pull this out that way. Yes,
Possibly,
maybe.
yeah.
All right, just heat that real quick so I can get that down. Okay. Just want to get just that peak down because you don't want any
No triangles.
No peaks. No, just like, because if you have a peak, it's probably not going to go down. So, stretch.
It's got a little thing.
Now I know. I usually have a toe strap in here holding these things down.
It's
Okay.
on the helmet, so.
Okay.
I had somebody from his Instagram suggest a Hot Wheels helmet design contest.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we just talked to Chris about that because they just signed on with Hot Wheels.
It was like no big deal. He's like, oh, I'll talk to Mattel next week. Like, oh yeah, just gonna talk to
Yeah,
Mattel.
that's fine.
Yeah, just follow up on Mattel.
That's what he does.
Yeah, he stopped by to have us do some headphones.
Cool.
Okay, hold that there. You're good. See, I reheated it, and now I'm having issues. It's okay, you gotta work just a little bit at a time. When you have
You gotta
wrinkles like
read it.
this, you have to pull it the right way, and then they'll kind of come out. You always have to be pulling away from your wrinkles. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we got past that little part there. Now we can really stretch it down. Okay. Now pretty much,
Hold on.
we don't even need that. It's already there. Alright.
Oh, that was intense.
You want to go around all your edges and kind of pull them around. That way you're not going to have, because if you don't pull your edge around the bottom, it's just going to keep wrinkling on, or keep bottle capping all the way around. All right,
You get
heat
that
this.
area.
Yep.
Stop. Stop.
Give me that. All right.
I'm losing my ears.
There. Just trying to work this out here. That's probably down far enough, actually.
Careful.
Okay. So now we pretty much have our entire base laid down. We just got to work all these little areas.
easier to work with for things like bike paints, or is it just more your preference?
Avery is definitely very user friendly, and I would suggest using Avery or cheetah wraps if you are doing a bike paint, because you are, just like you saw, you're going to struggle. There's no doubt about it.
We set ourselves up to struggle. Keep in mind, like I said, if you were smart or doing like a normal graphics print or something, you wouldn't be able to stretch this the same way.
No, if this was a graphics, we would piece it.
Black,
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get away with, but yeah, I mean, you would normally have to do this in like 3 pieces, and it really comes down to each tank. It just depends on the tank. It depends on the material you're using. But personally, like, we like the low tack films. So Avery or cheetah wrap is like, we've done cheetah wrap on like primered
honestly
plastic.
we probably would have finished quicker with cheetah wrap because of how easy it is to stretch. It literally is like the most malleable
Especially
material.
if you have 2 people yanking on it, you can do anything, and it's like you can reheat it multiple times. It doesn't make lines.
Yeah.
You can pick it up. It doesn't make lines. Like, it's really, really good
Like,
to work with for stuff like this.
If we had like 3M or some type of, you know.
Well, if I had 3M, I would do this in 3 pieces.
Well, honestly,
Like,
with 3M's
no
a great
doubt.
film, but the way you have to install it, there's no possible way to do this in one piece without getting adhesive lines everywhere.
Right.
Because it's so tacky, it's just literally every time you stop your squeegee, you're gonna have a line. Like, that's pretty much how it is.
You have to be able to like suction wrap this in.
Yeah,
one
it would
piece,
all
like,
have to be like
instant.
3 people like just laying it all in one piece, which would be really
Even
hard
then,
to do.
That would be hard because
Yeah.
we saw how much we struggled with this.
Yeah.
But that's how we like to do it because of this tank and how the seat is set up and the film we're using. We thought we could do it in one piece. We also, remember, we're gonna have the reflective flames down the side, so if there are any work lines or anything, like, most of that is gonna be totally hidden.
And it's gonna be right where we did struggle on both
yeah,
sides.
this was
so
the hardest part.
it's all
right
gonna
here.
be covered up. You're not even gonna see, even if there's really not much. I mean, we did pretty good, especially on this side.
It
There's
is
really
good,
nothing.
yeah.
This
And I
side,
think
there's a
when
couple little lines here
I
and
think
there.
when we steam it too, what we always like to steam the surface, especially for glosses.
It brings back that gloss.
It makes a really nice finish. Plus, it's getting ceramic coated, so it's gonna look pretty awesome once we're all done.
Well,
So now we're gonna work around the edges to our knifeless tape. Pull that knifeless tape, seal our edges, and then
pull this
patch
one?
in whatever else we need.
go
What
for it.
material did you guys use for the raw bike?
The raw bike was
bike
printed
is
on.
Avery as well.
Oh,
It
it
was
was. Okay.
It was MP1105 Easy RS with a matte laminate.
Yeah,
So
I do love. That's a great film.
yeah,
I would say for printable films, the easiest films to use is the Avery 1105, and then you have the SLX film from Arlon. That's an awesome film.
Oracal. They
Oracal
also
just came out
with their new
Slidability.
It's like rapid air, slidable, low tack print media.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to work with. I think it's like Aurajet 3982RA. Don't quote me on that though. But we just did a demo day for Oracle and we released our YouTube episode. It just came out today. So if you guys go check out our YouTube channel, you can see the whole demo day that we did with Oracal and Fellers, and you can see that new film that they have that's really awesome to work with. Pull this knifeless.
My knifeless didn't work.
It's okay, you're on the back side.
Yeah, this sorry, I didn't need it on there. Actually gives me more coverage. So see, right here, I don't know, this camera could probably see this. So see how it's creeping back up right here on me? That's because I didn't pull it around far enough. And it's gonna keep doing that, and because obviously we had a lot of stretch right here. But if you notice, we did not overstretch the film to where it like discolored or anything like that. So we were pretty much right at its limit of what we could actually stretch. I feel it was pretty.
Well, that's back to my point of the only reason why we're pushing the film to this limit
because of this material.
Is because of the film, because there's this whole relief area right here, And because of the fact it's disassembled off the bike, we can get all the way around and totally secure the edges.
That way, it's not gonna fail.
Where you're not gonna have any
Even if you
problems
have
with
a
failing.
shit ton of stretch, it's not gonna fail.
Because it's on the backside and it's literally edge sealed. So that's how we get away with stuff like that. But
So-
every bike is different. Every install is going to be different.
So when you're installing, you definitely want to get rid of all this right away, because that's what's honestly causing all of this to stay wrinkled, because it has all the stretch on it. So you want to cut all that off without cutting it too far back to where you're not going to be able to get behind it. You just want to get all that bunches of vinyl off.
Oh my
Bunch
God.
of vinyl.
You're so original.
And then get that back down there. And you always, to get these back down without making marks, you pull and go straight down on them. And they will always go back down. You just gotta pull with them. If you try to do it without pulling on them, they'll probably end up wrinkling and causing you hail.
Hell?
Hail. Alright. Cut all this off.
Do we have any music on today?
Well, what we got playing in the background? Playing a little bit of Dirty Heads.
Oh, right on.
Very nice. I'm gonna cut
Very
your wrist.
nice
Good job.
choice. Don't cut my wrist.
Get
It's
your
not
wrist out of the
nice.
way. Okay. So,
How far do you think we gotta go back here?
this all gets covered. The seat literally covers all the way to this mine.
Oh.
So you're not gonna see this,
so I can
but-
stop here?
Yes, but make it look nice.
I
For
would.
sure.
Yeah, that's part of it.
And then we'll probably have to flip this at one point once we get to a certain point. We're gonna have
You
to.
can flip it now if you want. I'm done with the top.
Let me
But you need a rag.
cut all this off because it's doing the same thing over here, trying to come back on us. And that's normal because there's a lot of stretch.
Oh no.
So yeah, keep in mind when we do stuff like this, we are pushing the limits of this film. Like we really are. So it's, things go wrong. Sometimes you have to redo what, figure out what you're doing in the middle of the process. And you kind of I always go back to make it work. Like you have to figure out how to make it work.
Straight and simple.
Yeah, like that is
Nothing
the most.
ever goes how you plan it, no matter how good you are at organizing it. So just accept that.
So now this right here, since you pulled this string, I would suggest lamb stripping it right away because of all the stress that's on it. By the time you're done wrapping
I
this,
got it.
by the time you're done wrapping this
no.
tank and you go around the whole edge and trim this,
That's the second
all
time.
of this will probably end up being like
I gotta go get
bottle
tissue.
capped up. So you definitely want to get these down as soon as possible and lamb strip all of your edges when you're doing a really high stretch tank like this. And then, so let's flip this around. And then, all right. Remember? Alright, I'm also gonna, looks like I need to fix my string a little bit here again. It looks like it's not really sticking to the bottom of this tank because a lot of the times the bottoms of these tanks are not sprayed properly, all like the outside with the clear coat. Like here you can see, obviously it didn't even get painted. So some of this is really rough back here, so that's probably why
Not
this
ideal.
string, yeah, it's not an ideal surface.
But that's why we're gonna lamb strip it.
Yes.
We make it stick.
And honestly, if I would've, I didn't think about it, but something like this, like if it's not an ideal surface and it's a little bit matte and it's not coated properly, or not clear coated properly, or like around the backside of a part that you're wrapping, that Future Shine is something we could have put on here, just on the bottom, not on the glossy surface, and it would have actually probably made this stick perfectly. So it's definitely something.
Why don't you show what that is? Because people probably don't know what you're
Sorry,
talking about.
I always say Future Shine, but that's just what I call it.
No,
'cause
that's what it used to be
that's what it
called.
used to be called, is Future Shine. But it's
Get your
called.
facts right, man.
Wait, which camera? This one?
one.
This one? Pledge Revive Floor Gloss.
What?
Flotglas.
Can you use your word?
Flotglas.
Can you read it?
Flotglas. So yeah, this stuff is awesome. It smells really good, by the
Can
way.
you flip that back over real quick? Or are you going to coat that first?
No, I wasn't gonna coat it.
Oh,
I'm already
okay.
there. I'm not gonna
Okay.
coat it now.
Can you
But-
flip it? Flip it and chip it.
Just to
This,
put that-
once again, laminate strip edge tape. You get this at Fellers.com. It comes in gloss and matte or satin version. About $10. We use it to secure anything that's super stressed edges, super stressed seams. If you need to water seal an edge, like on a boat wrap or something like that, we use this for color change. We use it for motorcycles. We use it for print. It's a lifesaver. It's basically like duct tape on the edge of your stuff.
No, it's just
That's
like
clear.
laminate.
It's laminate.
It's literally laminate cut into strips. That's what it is. So it's the same stuff that's already on top of this film, and
But
it's
just
laminate.
laminate.
So it's
It's
super
like
tacky.
taping down your edges.
Yeah,
When in doubt, you tape it out.
it's super tacky stuff. So the way she's pulling this, you always need to be holding and pulling the backing off as you go, because if you get your fingerprints and you touch this stuff, it leaves a
takes it.
perfect fingerprint.
Yeah.
Like if you touch it at all, it's very, very easy to mess up. So you always want to be pulling the backing as you lay it down. And then once she finishes that, we will flip it and get all this kind of origamied around. to where-
Origami, that's my word.
Origami. Kind of get all this stuff tucked.
Why don't you cut the top while I'm laminate stripping it? Don't take my noises.
Pa!
We're gonna have to someday. We're gonna have to sit Mike down with a good microphone, an isolated room. We're gonna have to record it.
Yes.
We're gonna record it for these noises to the channel.
Oh no.
Every time you get a subscriber, we'll be like, ah!
Pa! Alright.
There's Jess in the back row going, oh my god!
Oh my god. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay.
Alright. Flip her over.
You got a little thing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Come again.
Lay that on the rag so we don't mess up the wrap we just did.
Well, now you can see the tape and everything.
Alright. So, take the heat gun here. Fix that string right there.
Bro. Oh.
See that? Oh no. So right here, actually, you probably see that on the camera. There's actually paint peeling off of this
Oh,
area
no.
because it's so cracked that the paint is just like,
Nope.
yeah, it's not happening.
Said
So
no, not today.
we're gonna have to get creative on this.
Make it work.
And that's the problem with like really, you know, with the paint or the wrap is only as good as your surface. So if you have paint that's gonna be, you know, flaking and stuff like that, you definitely don't even want to even attempt to install it, because honestly, if you
The wrap will pull it up.
the wrap will just pull it up,
And then the wrap fails.
and then you can't stick it back down because there's paint on the back side of your wrap. So
You can't win.
no, it's like an impossible thing to do. So always make sure your paint is decent.
You
at
have
least.
to go through the same basic prep as you would if you were going to paint it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be smooth and it has to have a gripping surface, which
Definitely.
is ideally gloss. It's only as good as your surface.
Just like, same thing as if you were gonna paint this tank. You know, you
You
need.
can't just freaking paint
can't-
over
yeah.
crap paint.
No, definitely, yeah. So
You
you
can't
you
put
have
crap
to.
on top of crap. Don't do
can.
that. No, you can't.
It's just still crap. So I'm being very careful right here because not only is there a lot of tension on this material, I have this really sharp metal, and that could possibly tear my, you know, if I go to heat it, it could possibly tear my material up, kind of burn a hole in it just because it's super sharp. So I'm trying to just like massage. Sometimes if you just
Massage
work,
it up.
yeah, you just kind of literally
Work it
massage
out.
and work it out. Because if you just sit there and kind of work the material, as long as you're not working it to death, which is possible, definitely possible. You can overwork the material where it's just not going to stick anymore. I've done it. But once you know your limits, you can kind of massage the material over and get it where you need to go.
You sound insane right now.
Do I?
No.
All right. I'll move this a little bit. Kind of in my way. Okay.
Did you hear that? You guys are in his way. I'm using the torch just like I told you not to.
You are using the torch.
That's what I said. I'm using the torch just like I told you not to. I only have one heat gun in here.
Well, they have other heat guns.
They're
Go
not.
get it.
They're not.
Just breaking rules. I said no heat gun, no torches.
Meh, meh, meh.
All right.
Good boy, teeth.
What was that?
I don't know.
Is that a word? Your word?
Are you all the way down to that edge yet?
Almost.
Oh.
I'm gonna cut it.
Are you origamiing?
I'm going to right here and right here. So I'm just kind of
What time is it?
right off my corner there.
What time is it?
It is 3:50.
Oh no, we have 10 minutes left, guys.
Question: are the classes at Avery 3M hold worth the time and money?
I could not tell you if Avery and 3M and other certifications are worth the money because we have never done a certification.
No, we've never been
ever,
there.
Ever.
But I will tell you that it's not gonna hurt because honestly, they're going to teach you things you probably didn't know.
I think that
and
if
it's-
you are trying to get into rapping, and
It's definitely a
like
good
new
thing to
for
do.
you know, like it's a good way to learn all the basics of everything. I think primarily they teach you how to do business raps in there, which is a slap and wrap style, no disassembly, which is great if you're doing business graphics.
But they're
However-
not gonna teach you this.
So I'm not going to teach you how to do stuff like this. I think you get failed in one of the class
If you do it in one piece.
if you do like a mirror in one piece.
Yeah.
We do like one piece mirrors all the time. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it comes down to like, we are not the same style of wrapping.
Well, there's
you
two.
can do commercial wrap, you can slap and wraps. When
And
you
that's
do color
totally fine.
change, when you do a color change, which is somebody's personal vehicle where they want more coverage, it's not a surface wrap, you know, you have to push material to the limit, and we just have a very unique style of how we like to do things. So if you guys are beginners or you want to learn how to do a wrap for that kind of style, that's great. But if you're doing color change and detail, things like this, I don't think that they push this so much.
Muto holds classes at their facility every, couple months, don't they?
Yeah, they sponsor the Avery.
Yeah, they do Avery training courses there, here in Tempe.
For us though, like for us as a full run, like, you know, a shop, it doesn't make sense for me to close my shop down for 3 days, spend, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000 to go travel somewhere for 3 days, and then pay $1,500 to do a training and $500 to do a test. Like at the end of the day, that's $5 or $6 grand for me to go and do a training for something that my customers have never asked me. They don't even know what certification is. You know, they're all personal vehicles and personal customers. They're not big companies. They're not big fleets. They're not big commercial jobs. I think, like I said, it depends on what kind of customers you have. And for us, our customers are willing to pay the extra amount of money to have disassembly and for us to spend that extra time on their car to get that extra quality and that piece of art. And so we treat everything like a piece of art. That's our biggest thing. And if you do it the other way, cool on you, bro. But the way we learned is like apprenticeship style learning. So I spent 3 or 4 months installing, you know, and learning under Michael for free until I could contribute to the shop that he was working at. And then they started paying me, you know, minimum wage or whatever. So for me, like, I see a lot more respect when people are willing to put in free time.
Right.
There's a lot more respect when people are willing to put in free time to learn a trade. I think it shows a little more dedication. If you're looking to just get in and get a job somewhere with a graphics company, then training's probably for you, for sure.
If you're gonna be doing a lot of fleet work, the trainings are perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. But for us and what we do, it's just not the same style of wrapping, in my opinion. And you shouldn't treat color changes like how you treat commercial. They're totally different
Definitely
things.
not. Color changes should be treated not like like full coverage, like a paint job, as much as you can get. I mean, there are obviously, you can do a surface wrap on them, but there's still, even when we do, like, say a surface wrap, what we call a surface wrap,
It's still more than
it's
what
still
an actual...
detailed, like very, you know, as far as we can get into places, you know, we try to cover as much as possible.
Well,
you
because
know?
like if you're wrapping a yellow car and you're trying to wrap it green, like if you surface wrap a yellow car, you will see yellow everywhere, you know? And for a commercial business wrap,
That's totally fine.
That's totally fine. They probably don't give a shit. But when you have a customer that's spending $3,000 or $4,000 to do that, like, you want to give them that coverage, and more than anything, I want to give them something that's gonna last. You know, with a surface wrap, it may be like a year, maybe even 2 years before things are popping up because your edges are exposed to the elements, or you start seeing the original paint color. It's a surface wrap. The biggest thing is like when you surface wrap things and you're up against a rubber seal or a plastic vent or something like that, as the car drives, things are gonna like vibrate and there's gonna be friction and things rubbing up against each other. When you surface wrap something, it tends to rub against the plastics that it's cut up next to, and it makes it look really bad. It bunches up, it wrinkles up, it peels back a little bit, as opposed to taking off that piece, you know, wrapping around the edge, and then nothing fails for 3 to 5 years because it's wrapped around. It literally cannot fail.
Yes,
So,
it does take longer,
yeah, absolutely.
but it lasts longer.
We also charge our customers more. So, I mean, we charge anywhere from $300 to $1,000 for disassembly for basic cars. And our customers are totally fine with paying that
And
and,
the thing-
waiting for a full 5 to 6 days because you get a better product.
The thing about disassembly is, don't do it unless you know how. Because you should be hiring if you're going to be doing disassembly, you need to hire a mechanic. You don't need to be taking, like, unless I was a full-time mechanic before I started installing. I've worked in the
And you
industry
actually
for
went to
years.
school
I
for
went
that.
to school for it. I know what I'm doing. I can work on any car that comes in. But if you're not actually trained, just like, you know, anything else, like you're not. I don't know. It's just something that you shouldn't be doing unless you know how to do it, because you can break a lot of things, and that's one of the things that turns a lot of people away from disassembly, because they're like, oh well, if you're going to take my car apart, you're going to break it, and you're going to break all these clips and put it back together wrong. Well,
actually, we usually fix a lot of things.
Honestly, I always give the car back better than when it comes in, because I'm usually either replacing clips that are missing, bolts that are missing from other shops that have taken it apart, or I'm fixing things. Like one time, like a complete clip was like on a Ford Mustang. The bumper was completely epoxied on from a body shop that, for some reason, thought it was okay to epoxy a bumper on.
And the customer never knew about it.
Customer didn't even know.
So we ripped it apart and fixed it.
So I ripped it apart, dremeled out all the epoxy, replaced the part, and it was brand new again. So like it was. There's also things that you can be fixing in their car as well when you have all that stuff off, which you can charge. You know, you can actually upcharge for customers and stuff. If you're a shop, you can always make a little extra money there if you're finding things that you can do.
I think everyone's biggest argument is, oh, it takes too much time, or my customer won't pay for that, or it's too easy to break things. Well, not if you know what you're doing. All it comes down to.
Yeah.
We have plenty of customers that love to pay for that because they want the extra coverage. So. And
I'm not saying I've never broken anything. That happens. I mean, to everybody. But it's not every time I pull a car apart, it goes back together wrong. Like, that's not how we do things. Like, the car goes back together most likely better than when it was already. Yeah. Here.
You got us on a touchy subject, guys. We get a lot of heat for overwrapping, and you guys say it like it's an insulting thing, but really I think it's something to brag about.
Nothing to brag about. It's just
It's something that we're proud of that we do. We don't. We get people that ask us to surface wrap color changes, and we tell them no.
I turn them down, yeah, because
You can find 30 shops that will do it for that price, or cheaper than us, or faster than us. That's not what we are.
Did you break the string?
I broke the string. Gosh.
Mine broke right here.
Well, yeah, that's because it's origami.
Yeah.
So it's not going through just one piece of film.
You gotta be careful with.
So it's kind of being a pain.
But yeah. What were you saying?
I think the original question was something about training, and then we went off on a whole spiel.
Oh, okay. Training is a good idea if you've never been in the industry before, because it does give you a lot of pointers and tricks and stuff that you definitely need to know. Basics. They teach a lot of basics. But if you're going to get into color changing and doing really detailed stuff, they don't really teach that stuff there.
I don't know. We've never done it before. What do we know? We're just over rappers.
We're gonna have to end up just cutting right on the string.
So we definitely had to fight to get the material back here. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do a whole laminate strip. I'm not gonna cut it in half. So it's got this full edge seal on it. And then we'll probably do a gloss black strip under here too, just to make sure
give it more coverage.
White.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we'll be putting on those new reflective flame fireballs on the sides of these. It'll probably pretty much go like right there. Wait, am I?
No, you're backwards.
Like that, something like that. But if you guys want to see the finished product, check it out on our Instagram, our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Vinyl Vixen Wraps and Wrap Search AZ. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel. We do a lot of really cool stuff on there. That's at www.youtube.com/wrapsesh. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just finishing up this theme here, and then we'll get.
Let's flip it over and show it one more time, and then we'll cash out. Just kidding. I'm not getting paid for this. I'll check it.
Not unless you
Cash me
pay
outside. Yeah, let's show that real quick.
Alright. So yeah, this is
One piece
all the way,
motorcycle tank.
all the way around. And then, so yeah, like she said, we'll go around probably with a black pin.
No, we'll do laminate and then a
Laminate
black
first
strip.
because it sticks better.
Yeah.
And then a black strip over it just to give it that extra coverage because
I don't know where
we
its
don't know
plastics lie.
exactly where this what shows and what doesn't. So we'll probably end up going to this body line all the way around.
And then the front as well, it's already got a laminate strip right here. And I'll probably put some black
Do
in
another
here
black
too,
just
to
in
make sure
case.
you don't see it. Then we gotta cut out this part and we'll put the flame on there. Make sure you guys check it out, Facebook and Instagram. Love you to the moon and back. See you guys next week. Make sure to follow us and support the vibe.
Yeah, yeah.